What's up, guys? If you don't already know, this is Drax and Anna's channel, aka D&A Vlogs, and today we're going to be doing a mukbang / story time. As you can see, we have Drax the man right here, and we have Babe behind the camera, and we're going to be eating some tacos, some chicken, some Cane's chicken, fries, bread, and cheesecake. Alright guys, so I'm going to tell you the story on how we got Drax, and just the whole process of getting him, the struggles, the sacrifices. I might have to ask Babe for some help just because I forget things, but let's get started. So basically, I'm just gonna explain to you how we got Drax, the process of getting Drax, the struggles we went through, and just the sacrifices we made for Drax. So we actually weren't thinking about getting a dog just because we already had Anna, and Drax wasn't like anywhere in our mind at the moment. But Alexis was just like on YouTube. He was watching a YouTuber named Cane Corso with Bruce Wayne, and he owns Cane Corso, and he was just watching their videos a lot, and he just got really interested in the Cane Corsos, and he told me, he was like, you know, I want to get a Cane Corso. So we were looking for breeders, and we finally found one. We got really lucky just because Drax was the last one from his litter, and you know, we were just really nervous when we were getting him just because, you know, we didn't know if Drax was like aggressive or if he's gonna be happy or just a nervous puppy. So, you know, we were just really nervous when we were going to pick him up, and when we finally picked him up, you know, he was just really happy.
They sent us to the wrong house.
Oh yeah.
Just because like they have also had offers for Drax, but they never showed up. Yeah. So that's why they sent us to the wrong house. And then I just found that really sketchy. But then like after like 10 minutes, I think they finally like came out, and then they were like literally like 5 blocks down or 5 houses down. So I can't remember, but yeah, it was pretty weird though. Like, like tell them like when you first saw him.
Yeah. So they gave us like a different address, so we were just literally parked in front of that house, you know, and I just see a lady coming out of her driveway, and she was just waving at us, and I was like, is that the girl? Like, is that the breeder? Yeah. And then so we just drove over there, and you know, that's when we saw Drax, and we were like, oh. And then she was basically saying that the reason why she gave us the wrong or a different address is because, you know, she didn't want people to know where she lived, or
no, because well, that, and then people wouldn't really show up to pick up Drax, you know. So she didn't really trust him. Yeah. But yeah, overall, they were really nice people. But they did send us pictures of the mom and the dad. They're both Cane Corso, so Drax is a full breed, pure breed Cane Corso. And the mom was, she was like black, no? Full black? Yeah, I would say she was black. Well, from the pictures that they sent us, they were black. And then like their dad was like, what, like a dark gray? Right? They're like a light gray. It was one of those. Yeah. But you remember we saw she gave us her Instagram page. She basically had an Instagram page for, you know, all the puppies and all that. And was it one or two that were brindle color? No, I think it was one. Yeah, it was just one brindle puppy. But Drax, actually, he has like a little bit of brown in him, but he's mostly gray. When we first got him, he was more of a like lighter gray, but over the time his color changed into like a darker gray. Yeah. But yeah, when we were driving home, you know, he was just really calm. He was nervous. He didn't really do anything but just lay down on me and just look outside the window. But during that time, you know, we were trying to choose his name, just choose what we wanted to, you know, name him. And we were naming him after what? Myth gods. Like Poseidon, Zeus, and, you know.
And we kind of didn't really like them.
until, was it you
What?
that found his name?
Mm,
Or was it me? No, I think it was you.
It was me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it from the movie Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like he really needed like a really strong, like, you know, kind of name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I kind of thought, like, you know, what's the last movie we watched? And it was like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I just loved the character from like Guardians of the Galaxy Drax, and I was like, you know what, it's gonna fit him when he's older. You know.
We wanted to give him a very strong name, you know, a very, you know, just a tough name for him. At the moment, me and Babe weren't living together, so you know, we just ended up taking him to my house, just because, you know, at his house he had a husky and a smaller dog, and we didn't know how they would interact or how it would go. Plus, he hasn't gotten his shot, so we didn't want to risk, you know, any parvo or anything else. And you know,
It was also because of my dad.
But yeah, there was just a misunderstanding with the whole situation. So, you know, we just kept him at my house for the night. I would say one of the things that we struggled with was just taking care of him. Just because during that time we worked at Amazon, you know, we had a 10-hour shift. It was like, you know, 1 a.m. to 11 a.m. So we were just really nervous, you know, because we didn't want to leave Drax alone, but, you know, we only left him. We had to make my sister, like, go in and check on him just in case, since he was a puppy. But, you know, did you call off or no?
I called off.
You called off, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he wasn't alone. He was technically with Anna. But yeah, you know, they didn't really, you know, like, attack each other or anything. They actually were really fine, no?
Well, at first, you know, Drax wanted to pick a fight with him.
Well, he probably, like, wanted to play with him, you know? So, if I would give anyone advice out there, I would say, you know, just be really prepared. You know, just have everything, your information, all, like, you know. Just because we also struggled on cropping his ears, and, you know, it was just, you know, we didn't really know much about ears cropping until, you know, we found out about it. But we got him at 3 months. He was born on July 27th. And we got him on October 25th, right? 25th. But so when we got him, he was 3 months, and we didn't think about cropping his ears until like 2 or 3 weeks after, no?
Mid-November.
And then, you know, we didn't know, like, there was like an age limit to where he can crop his ears, you know. We were just calling animal hospitals and seeing if they can crop ears, but they would all just say no to us. So until we found one, what was it called? VCA? Yeah. And, you know, we got a consultation with one of the doctors, and when we went over there, you know, we were really calm. We were really confident that they were going to take in Drax, you know, give us an appointment for him. When we met the vet, you know, we told him why we wanted to crop his ears and all that. And he basically told us no. He was just giving his opinion about ears cropping, and that we shouldn't crop his ears, that his ears look beautiful. Like, yes, his ears are beautiful, but, you know, we wanted to do it for, you know, a safety reason, you know. We live with a husky, so we just don't want to go through something like that and take him to the hospital just because his ears got bit off or something like that. And, you know, we were just telling him the reason why, and he basically just, you know, just said no to us. He was
really acting weird, I was saying.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, I feel like he was just really avoiding our, you know, decision.
I felt like he was judging us because we were young, and he thought that we were doing it for the looks. But it's just like, you know, we went there for a reason. You know, we were willing to pay the amount.
And he was just giving us a lecture about, you know, vets don't care, like they'll take your money and still do it, but it was like, I advise you guys to keep his ears and all that. But he basically told us that, you know, there's another vet that's willing to do the ears cropping, and he gave us a consultation with the man. And so I took Drax to the consultation by myself. Alexa stayed in the car with Daniel. When I was waiting in the room, you know, the doctor came in. He came in with an assistant, and he basically told me, you know, he just looked at Drax's ears. You know, he asked me how old he was, when he was born, and all that. So I told him all that information, and that's when he was like, you know what, like we can see if it fits in the schedule today. And he was like, if you want to get his ears cropped, we have to do it today, like right now. And I was like, okay. So, you know, and it was just so crazy because the last vet told us no because he's too old, but this vet told us yes, like automatically, without hearing, like, you know, why we wanted to do it and all that. And it's just like, you know, like he was just going based off on his opinion, which is crazy. But you know, we got his ears cropped. You know, we had to leave him there for like what, 5 hours? It was like 5 hours.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
So, you know, we went home, and I would say we were just really nervous because we never, you know, been in a situation like this. And, you know, it was just like really nerve-wracking just because, you know, we know his ears are getting cut off. He's going to be in so much pain, you know. And I was just really nervous for him. I just wanted to make sure he was good and everything. So, you know, we were just waiting. And I finally got the phone call to go pick him up. So we drove over there, you know, and when we picked him up, you know, he was drugged out, remember?
Yeah.
He was so drugged out. It was so funny. It was so funny.
It was funny just because, well, it was funny, but then it was kind of depressing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to seem like, you know, Drax in that like state. Because he just seemed like he was really hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. He looked really sad.
Yeah.
Babe had to carry him into the car, you know. He had to go in the back seat just because, you know, we didn't want him in the front. And I drove. And, you know, Drax was just really calmed and drugged out. So, you know, we brought him home. He just laid down. He just fell asleep for the whole entire day. I had to give him his medicine. They gave me like 3 different types of medicine, no? It was 3 different types. Like, one was for drowsiness, one was for his antibiotics, and the other one was for pain relief, something like that. Pain relief. Yeah. So I had to give it to him like the time I was supposed to. For a month, you know, Drax was doing fine. You know, he had his cone too, just so he wouldn't scratch off his bandages off. He would just get really irritated with the cone, you know. He'll just start, he'll start crying over it. And, you know, after a whole month of having his...
Drax, what are you doing?
After a month has passed, you know, he did really well, you know. Is that the time when we took off his cone? Or was it after 2 months? I think it was 2 months.
No, we took off his cone like, I was like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, cause we had to take him back to the vet. You know, they had to bandage him up again, no? Yeah, they had to take off his bandages, and yeah, but we kept his cone on though, just because he was scratching his bandages, and then we had to go back again to take off his stitches, but they forgot, no?
Yeah. They
forgot like a few stitches, and it created a bump on one of his ears. Yeah, it got infected, but I cleaned it off. We just weren't consistent on posting them up, and right now they're up, but
you know, we had a struggle trying to post them up. He would scratch it off, or, you know, his ears would just go inwards, no? We would try like popsicle sticks. What are they called? Nasal strips. We like just searched up DUIs.
What did he say?
Some of the DUIs actually didn't really work, you know. They would just come off right off. And if I was just you guys, you know, just be very consistent with keeping them up, you know, just have an eye on them like 24/7. And, you know, just if the bandages keep coming off, you know, go to the vet, you know, just so they can do it like better than just doing it DUI. And yeah, and after that, you know, we just kind of let his ears like just stand up by himself, and they stand up by himself now. You know, just having a Cane Corso just takes up a lot of your time. You know, you have to be really consistent, you know, with his training, his meal preps, you know, just more of a mom figure to Drax. You know, that's why I leave all the training to Babe, because he knows more training than me also. But I don't know if you want to say anything about his training or what type of trainings you train him.
I would say he's been really obedient.
Mm-hmm.
He's been listening. Even when he's playing with other dogs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you call his name, you know, they won't listen to you. They'll just keep playing. But with him, you know, when I call his name while he's playing with other dogs, he'll actually listen and see like what's going on, you know. Which I really think it's much easier for Drax.
I would say the other thing that we struggled with was his meals. He wasn't really food driven when we got him. We saw a picture of his mom, and she didn't really look, you know, built. You know, she looked very thin, right? And I'm guessing that's where he got his appetite from. We were struggling on what to feed him just because he was very, very, very picky. There was like certain meats he didn't like, certain dog food he didn't like. We had to figure out basically what he likes. And, you know, it just took us a minute or a while to understand that. But still to this day, you know, he still struggles a bit. He doesn't really eat all his food. But it's like I said, you know, he's very picky. He'll eat like half of it, but then he'll like leave it there and then go back to it like later on or like later on in the day. And it's just like, you know, we want to make sure he gets all his nutrients, all his protein, you know. We want him to be big and just strong and healthy. But, you know, we give him his vitamins as well, his salmon oil, just all the nutrition he needs. Yeah.
Even what we saw from Jason Corey, you know, what I've been watching, what really inspired me to get a Cane Corso, you know, because Jason Corey would always talk about giving your dog raw meat, and that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll give it to him raw, but then we'll also cook it. You know. I'll say Jason Corey was a really big inspiration.
Yeah.
Cane Corso and how to take care of him and maintain, you know.
Very thankful for someone that's out there to give information like that, you know, especially people that don't really know what they're doing or are first timers. Play with Goku, the husky that we live with. They just love to chase each other and just like run around. Goku would love to steal Drax's toy, and Drax would just chase him just to get his toy back. And yeah, no. But yeah, we take Drax to the park, and he actually loves going to the park. We usually take him at night just because, you know, no one's there at that time. And, you know, we can do some training there. And, you know, he'll just run around. We'll let him off leash sometimes just to run and just chase us. We try to socialize him, you know, so he gets used to people around him and other dogs. Like at my house, you know, we have like 2 Chihuahuas and a German Shepherd and a Husky, so we try to take him over there and just like be around them and just to get used to them basically. Also, another thing about Drax is that he also loves to play with Anna. Anna's our Bengal kitten that we got. She was our first pet we got, but I'll introduce you guys into another video. But, you know, that was another struggle. It wasn't a struggle basically, you know, it was just something that we were worried about, no?
Yeah, we were just really
You know,
worried about.
just because she was so little
Mhm.
and Drax was so big and he was so playful. So you know, we wanted to make sure, you know, that she wouldn't get hurt, or you know, because he didn't know his limit. He didn't know that he was heavy for her or anything like that. But
They got along really well, actually. Right, Drax? Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay. But, you know, we just wanted to create this channel for them. You know, we wanted you guys to join our journey, you know, have these beautiful memories with us. And just you know, get to know Drax and Anna and just enjoy this content. You know, who knows, maybe we'll get another Corso in the future. Well guys, this is the end. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you know, we hope to see you next time. But Drax are signing off. Bye, Drax. Oh, he's tired. Okay.
Drax, how did you like the video today? How'd you like the video today? Was it good? He's like, I want the food.
My chicken.
He just played with this.
Cheesy? No. No, I cheesy. You want this cheesy? Huh? No. My cheesy.
Feelings.
My chicken.
No.
You want the radish? Mine. Here, Jack. He said no.